Hello guys, welcome back to Touring Guys, it's Jacob here, and today I'm going to be talking about my personal top 10 assignment writing tips and studying tips. Now, these tips might not work for everyone. It's really specific to who you are. Anyone can revise. I don't really believe in people saying I can't revise, because it does help. It helps everyone. I didn't think revising would help me, but it weren't that. It was just the fact that I couldn't revise right. I didn't find my own personal revising kind of routine. Now, my first tip, I'm going to do 5 tips for each. My first tip for assignment writing and assignment planning is obviously, well, I just kind of let it go there, is to do an assignment plan. Even some people say, like, what the hell's is an assignment plan? Even if that's just writing bullet points on what you're going to do on each bit of your assignment, it does really help. And when you're in lectures or when you're in classes, write, if your teacher or tutor says, this is what I want to see in your introduction, write a subheading introduction, then bullet point it what you want to see, what your tutor wants to see, and how you can write that, and do it in a way that you sort of understand. My second tip for assignment writing is just to sit down and format your assignment. Look at it, look at all your bullet points, and think in your head, what can I put with those bullet points? Like, what sort of sentences can I make? And just start putting like notes on, well, I'd say like pen onto paper, but obviously everyone's doing it on like laptops these days. So just start writing it, even if it's the worst. If it's just utter shit coming out your brain onto that page, at least it's something, and at least you can build on that. Because that's what I found has helped me a lot. If I can't understand something, and if I'm struggling to understand a bit of my assignment, I'll write that onto a page. I'll write whatever's in my head onto a page, and then I'll sit down and really look at it and think, does that actually make sense? Then I'll take bits out that are just useless, then I'll keep the good bits in. And then once you start developing it, you'll start to develop your assignment, and you'll start seeing a developed assignment. My third tip is to get good sleep. I know everyone says you need sleep, and then you see memes on Facebook saying I've had no sleep because I've been doing this assignment. Not sleeping for doing an assignment will stress you out. I've done it personally, and it's just stressed me out. I can't stay up all night just to do an assignment, because I will just get bored, and I will just start putting stuff onto that assignment that don't need to be put on. So that is a really good idea. Kind of like format your studying to like maybe assignment writing for an hour a day, like getting maybe 100 to 200 words down from your assignment onto that per day, and then that's as soon as you get your assignment. So if you get your assignment on the Monday and it has to be in the Monday afterwards, there's like 700 words or even 500 words. Just do like 100 words a day, and then at least you know you're on track. It's a really good feeling knowing you're on track, and it really does promote you to keep on writing. I know when I was doing my revision over Christmas, I felt so on track, and then that just made me want to do revision more, because I weren't stressing about it. If you're stressing about it constantly, you're just going to be dreading doing revision, and I don't dread doing revision anymore. I quite enjoy it. It's quite a nice peacetime for me. So that's number 3. Kind of get your sleep, get your hours of sleep in, and don't leave it till last minute. That's the worst thing you do, leaving it till last minute. It really shows on your assignment writing. When tutors read it, they can see that you've rushed, and they can see like odd spelling mistakes that you can rush, and they'll see like they haven't taken the care to check their work for spelling. I've done it loads. I've put stupid spelling mistakes in my work just because I've overlooked it, and tutors really do see when you have just rushed an assignment, because there won't be 1 or 2 spelling mistakes, there'll be quite a lot of spelling mistakes. Number 4 is get your head around Harvard referencing. I'm going to be doing a video on Harvard referencing just because I know I did not understand it at all. With my first assignment, my Harvard referencing was absolutely shite, and I know for a while I needed to improve on that. My twin brother went to uni, and I asked him if he could help me with my Harvard referencing, and he really put into concept and perspective. If you guys want help with Harvard referencing, and you might be in college or you might be in university, going to your local library, they'll help you. They'll help you quite a lot. I know the local library in University of Worcester, the Hive, they have a special team there to help students with referencing and stuff. Go to your tutors. More than likely your tutor will probably have a PowerPoint on Harvard referencing, or he might even give you like a list on how to write, like how to reference. And that's quite important with assignments, to know how to reference, because I know when I started uni, it just boggled my mind how to reference, and I was horrible at it. My final one, number 5, is once you've done your assignment, and once it's all done, dusted, you've got like a kind of rough idea what you're doing in a rough copy, or it might even be a late stage copy, get your peers to read through it, because they will pick out mistakes that you'll think, why did I put that in? That is the stupidest thing I could have ever done. So get maybe your mum to read through it, your dad, your friends, get them to read through it, and it's such a good idea to get them to kind of look, just a quick look through your assignment, say you've repeated yourself there, take that out, I'd word that differently, that don't make sense, why is that in there, we don't need to do that. Just those sorts of stuff are amazing when you're assignment writing, because they will tell you straight, they'll nitpick for you, they'll nitpick things out of there that your tutor won't do, just because like your tutor won't spoon feed you. That's the big thing about going from school to college and university, you get spoon fed a lot less. So yeah, now on to my second thing. 5 tips on revising. Revising can be difficult. You'll get distracted easily, people will start coming in, your parents might want you to do stuff, and yeah, it can be difficult. I know throughout Christmas I struggled revising. I just really needed to sit down and kind of think, I need to do this, and my first tip is for you to communicate to everyone that you need to revise. You need to kind of like put your foot down and say, sorry mum, I can't do this, I need to revise this exam that I've got when I come back for Christmas, and just saying that to your friends, just kind of putting your foot down and setting things straight, is to say, I need to revise, I can't do this, because more than likely your friends will understand. If you're on the same course as them, you'll probably book them up to think, I should really be revising as well, instead of going out. So yeah, that's my first tip. Number 1 for revision is putting your foot down and saying, I'm revising this, I can't do this, I'm afraid, because you need to think about yourself at the end of the day. Tip number 2 is not to spend an entire day revising. I know people say like, oh, spend an entire day revising, do really hard revision. Yeah, that can work for some people, but personally, I'm doing this from my own personal perspective, is to don't do that. Maybe getting 2 or 3 hours a day in revising and have breaks. If you are going to spend an entire day revising, which isn't a too bad idea, but I don't do it, make sure you take your breaks. Make sure you take an hour break for breakfast, lunch and dinner, maybe even going outside. Going outside and just having a walk does wonders for your mind, because then you can just think on what you have just revised. Even going to the gym, then you can come back to it with a fresh mind, fresh body, and you can do that. Even taking a shower is just, I don't know, it's magical. It has magical properties. Taking a shower when you revise really does get you into the mood for revising again. So yeah, that's my tip for number 2. Just do, for me, at most 4 to 5 hours a day. If you are going to like do some hard ass revision, do like 4 hours and then take a break. Like do that maximum throughout the day. You should get a lot done in 4 hours. You can do like an entire exam revision in 4 hours if it's like a small exam. Number 3, when you're revising, take a look on YouTube, because they will do amazing amounts of help for you. Sometimes you might find some videos of a fellow student who's doing the same course as you, doing revision on, let's say, the lymphatic system. I didn't get lymphatic system at all. I was going through PowerPoints, I was going through osmosis, crash course. I didn't get it, and none of them put it in a format that made me learn. But then a YouTuber who was a student, I forget her name now, I really should remember that actually. A YouTuber did put it in a format where I just got it, it just clicked in my head. They taught me it in a way that my tutors couldn't teach me it, and all the PowerPoints in the world couldn't teach me. They just put it in a way that I understood, and now I get lymphatic system. So using those sorts of stuff to your advantage is brilliant. Going through PowerPoints, asking your tutor is vital. If your tutor is more than happy to sit you down and go through something with you, because not everyone's going to get it. Everyone learns differently. I'm not saying there's like certain ways people learn, because I don't like putting people in a category of learning. People just learn differently, and it's a fact. What was that? Was that number 3? My 4th tip for revision is putting it in a format that you really understand. Putting it in a way that you can really revise off and look at, and it's pleasing to you. Really helps millions. I'll give you guys an example. This is my book. Getting one of these pads is great because you can just like put what's where. So having that organisation is great. Putting away you understand is kind of like maybe using colour or maybe using different sorts of things. I'll see if I can find an example here for you guys. Okay, so putting away that you understand using colour like that. I know it looks like a lot, but putting it in that sort of way and a way that you can learn off it does millions, because a tutor might put a PowerPoint away that you can't learn off it, so you can just develop it in a way that you will, and it does help. It really does. It helped me a lot, and now I understand a lot more than I thought I would. My 5th and final thing to do, well, not thing to do, my 5th and final tip is to revise in a group. Doing group activities can help you a lot. So, for example, I made a posters of the anatomy of the digestive system, and I got Kyle to help me with that, and I got people to help me with that, and it does help. I stood there and every night I read through it and kind of spoke it out loud in my head, and it's kind of strange how much that does help you. But yeah, also some quick tips. Going outside does help. It's the same with sun writing. Just go outside and clear your head, because if you're spending hours upon hours revising one thing, you'll get sick of it and it won't go in. You'll hear people saying, oh, I was revising maths for 4 hours last night and it would not go in. That's because I think too hard into it. Just taking a step back and looking onto your piece of work and your revision does help so much. It will help you understand. So that's it for today's video, guys. I do hope this helped you. Having these sorts of tips helped me a lot. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys. If you did like this video, like and subscribe. Comment down below that you like this video. And yeah, I hope good luck with your guys' interviews, good luck with your guys' exams, and I hope this helped with your assignment writing and revision. So good luck, guys. Like, subscribe, stay on there.